Welcome into this edition of Cougars All Access. John McAfee's today joined by Ben Williams, newest head coach of Houston women's soccer. Ben, appreciate you being here. First of all, welcome to Houston. How have things been? How have you acclimated?
No, enjoying it, and obviously it's good to be back in somewhere, the city that we lived before. So yeah, we're really happy to be back here, and yeah, trying to get feet on the ground and try and get things going as fast as possible.
You got in here right around the time that the spring season started, right before, so kind of a short off season. It was kind of late in the hiring process to get in here. How did that affect maybe some of your early priorities when you walked in the door with a short off season?
Yeah, I think just getting general, when we come in, we have to get general principles and general understanding of how we wanted to play, and not only how we wanted to play, but how we kind of run things within the program. And obviously we didn't want to change things overnight and can do a complete shock overnight and change everything and kind of get our players out of a groove. So we slowly transitioned some things in, but in general, probably the first thing we had to do was kind of the training environment and being super competitive every single day. So that was probably the biggest shock for our student athletes. Is they'll probably tell you yourself with some players later as to how sore they were after the first couple of weeks. So that was the biggest priority, and then just trying to get an overall understanding of how we play. That was the goal for the spring. So by the time we got kind of back in the fall, we had a slight understanding of what we were going to be trying to do.
What can we expect to see on the field? What does a Ben Williams coached team look like?
Yeah, so a team that is super organized, very disciplined, and ultimately very, very hard working. I think that's all things that you can control, and what we like to give our players is a lot of decisions to be made and a lot of freedom in possession, but out of possession there is no freedom. We are very, very organized, very disciplined, very hard working. Bit of a nightmare to play against, and then something that's always very, very difficult to break down, and just it's never going to be an easy game playing against someone with our groups.
I got to talk about the turnaround job you did at Stephen F. Austin for our fans that don't know about that. You were there 1 year. You took a team that had previously won 2 games. You won 14 games. You won the Southland Conference Tournament, NCAA tournament bid. Only lost 1-0 in the first round to a good TCU squad. You're obviously looking to do something similar here and build a program at Houston. It can take years to get to where you want to get it, but when you look at year one, what are your goals and expectations?
Yeah, I think the first goal is to just make Houston as someone that nobody wants to play against. I think that's probably the first goal, and what we have to do, that nobody playing against us is going to get an easy game, and something that makes it very, very difficult for them. Obviously, results is not something that we can control, but we can control what we do, and hopefully the results are kind of a byproduct of that. But I think the first thing is what we have to do is especially from the outside and who we play, is someone that we are not enjoyable to play against. We are going to be a nightmare to play against. So that's the first goal, and hopefully results lead into that direction and try and get us up there and towards the conference tournament.
You have some key returners coming back from last year, but a lot of new faces as well, both transfers and freshmen. Who are some of the new names and faces that fans should be on the lookout to make an early impact?
Yeah, we have 27 on the roster and 15 are new. So it's there's basically a complete new team in what we've kind of have. But I think we've got a really good mixed bunch. We've got some real experienced players like Lecky Gonzalez, who is a 6th year senior within that and been around a little bit, and then some players who have Big 12 experience in Adelia and Blake and Ellie, who kind of know how the Big 12 works and played at a really good level in the Big 12, and then kind of a mix of some from my former players from SFA that know what it kind of takes in the way we run things and won championships. So we've got a really good mix of both, and then the freshmen coming in is some real quality with the 4 players that we've got coming in. So we're excited about all kind of the returners in there, and the transfers coming in as well. I think it's a good mix between both.
Leadership's always important in any team, but especially when you have as many underclassmen as you have this year. Who have you kind of identified as leaders on and off the pitch in this group?
Yeah, I think obviously the 3 captains, the way we kind of do things is let our players vote and who they think should be captains, and the biggest thing is what we say is, do they represent us and what we're trying to do? Regardless if they're a good player, whether they're starting, not starting, it is people who lead by example of what we're trying to do every day, and Casey, KK, and Jaden do that. And Jaden is someone that come in and transferred as well. That's going to be a big impact for us. And she was a captain at a previous school and earned respect in a very short amount of time to be captain here. So she's a fantastic person as well. So then we go a little bit deeper within a leadership group, and we kind of have one person that represents each class within there. And I think it's always important that each kind of class has a voice within our leadership group as well. But yeah, those are people who represent everything that we do: hard work, discipline, never give up, and yeah, they'll be really important for us, especially with the underclassmen.
I want to ask about your coaching staff as well. They're all new to Houston. Just tell us a little bit about your assistant coaches, what they bring to the table, what you expect from them, and kind of how you divvy up their responsibilities within your staff.
Yeah, I think it's always important just to basically bring staff in that you know and that you trust and that know how we work. So obviously Peter come over with me. I've worked at our last two institutions in SFA and UTSA, and then Izzy who come over with me as well. I worked at SFA, and Izzy actually played for me as a goalkeeper at Miami, Ohio. So knew someone for a long time and kind of on and off the field. That's important, and we're just fortunate to bring Brooke in. Again, someone who knows Houston, is about Houston, is from Houston originally. I think that's also something that's very important to us. And Howard, who's just come in as a player director coordinator, and he as well is, even though he's from England, he has lived in Houston for a while. I think that was something that was important for the staff, that we bring people in that know what Houston's about, know what it's like here, and some people that actually love the city and that are proud to represent the city that we're in.
Big 12 is kind of a gauntlet every night, no matter who you play. What do you expect to see from the rest of the conference?
Yeah, it's I don't think anybody's got worse. So I think everybody's got better, and yeah, regardless of whether it's a Thursday or a Sunday or a Friday on the road at West Virginia, it's you've got to perform every single day. And what we told our team on Friday, we had a really good result, but I thought we were good for 60 minutes, and there was a little bit of mishaps in there, here and there. And in the Big 12, you can't be good for 60 minutes and expect results. You have to be good for 90. So we have improved, I believe, with some of the players that we inherited and some players that we brought in will definitely be better. But obviously, like everyone else in the conference, they have improved as well. So no, we're excited to get in and really test ourselves in there.
Ben, appreciate the time, man. Looking forward to it.
I appreciate it. Thank you.